We need humanity.
We know the air is unfit to breathe and our food is unfit to eat. As if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy.
Silence! The great and powerful Oz knows why you have come.
You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
You have meddled with the primal forces of nature.
Don't give yourselves to brutes. Men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, or what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts.
It's time to buckle up for making sense of the madness.
And who loves you? And who do you love?
Hey everybody, Jason Bermas here, and it is truly a new day on YouTube. Now, as many of you know and have been following me, I was demonetized for over 5.5 years. And not only that, they took my channel multiple times. We fought and we got it back. Now, I just realized, and I'm going to show you how we're doing this, that literally out of the 3,000 plus videos, I think it's something like 3,100, over almost 3,000, 2,900 of them were basically demonetized or had limited ads on them, which is basically demonetized. And when that happens, people don't see your videos at all. It's already almost impossible to find me via Google, the biggest search engine in the world, and therefore also YouTube. I'm going to demonstrate that here today, but manually over the weekend. And I'm going to show you how we're doing it right now. We're down to like the last couple hundred. I didn't realize the non-live videos were ones that I had not tried to get remonetized. And look, the other thing is about 90% of the videos that I'm reviewing are being remonetized. Now, everything 9/11 seems to be being age restricted, bare minimum, 18 and older for 9/11 videos. That is worrisome. I do not like that and where it's moving. The video we're actually going to show you, and I'm going to show you all these demonetized videos in a moment as well. Or I'm sorry, not just demonetized, the ones they actually pulled, like this one. This one was banned. Okay, as far as I can tell, this is from December 8th, 2021. And as far as dates go, this is the latest video. So in other words, after December of 2021, none of my videos were taken down from YouTube. I mean, they were taken down, but not after that date. So anything I put out after December of 2021, which is now almost 5 years ago, YouTube is not removed. All right? And I want to quickly demonstrate this. Now, this video not only talks about that, but it talks about how my channel had been removed. And then in the middle of the video, my stream is taken down by YouTube in this video. So all this should show people what a struggle it has been to bring this information to the masses. So here you can see it. These are all the ones that are gone. Right? Totally gone. If you look here, it goes down and then there's another page. And you notice there are a lot of long form ones in here. There's a couple short form ones, but a lot of these are over 40 minutes, over an hour. They're interviews with people like James Corbett, Whitney Webb, and beyond. And when you go to the page right here, so this is the one, you can get the title. All right, and I want to demonstrate this to everybody before we get going. Now, there's a 240p version, but you can't download it. See how the download is blanked out? So I couldn't download it from here. All right. So I copied this, and I want to show people this. And by the way, please consider supporting the broadcast. Without you, I could not do this. I want to thank someone, Jamma, John Smith, and Flick for the super chat last time around. We're going to read that before we totally get going. But as I was showing you, Like, see how many, there's another 35 just since the last stream that got remonetized fully, okay? But notice that title. If I go to Google and I have it in parentheses, I even add Bermas. Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found, okay? Nowhere to be found. Can't find it, even in parentheses, full on. Now, do you think that Google doesn't know it's there? Oh, look at that. DuckDuckGo found my Twitter version of it and even found the YouTube video I was putting up. Now, think about that. Google's not even promoting an upcoming YouTube video. And here, for some reason, I was unable to download this down, but it was still up on X to their credit. All right? But once again, guys, this video was totally banned from YouTube. It actually gets taken down in real time. You'll see it get taken down in real time. We're going to give some commentary after the fact, but in this new series, the Banned from YouTube series, we're going to play old banned videos and not only see if they stick around, which they should, because it was ridiculous that they took this one down in the first place, but how right I was 4 or 5 years ago, and if this video remains monetized now 5+ years later under whatever new terms of service this is. So listen, new viewers, thumbs it up, subscribe, and share. About half the viewers are new, so all this stuff should be pretty new to you, even though this is the large-scale picture dump of Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein that had just happened. I want to read this from Flick Off just really quick. Do Americans understand that as soon as Israel bleeds you dry, they will just attach to China, the ones they sold American tech and secrets to? Well, I think China fits in to the global order in a large manner in respect to the social credit system, the authoritarianism, the one-party system that they had. And Flick, I do want to thank you as you continue to support the broadcast. He says, I bet the InfoWarrior handle didn't help. Surely an early red flag in their system. You're probably right. The Alex Jones interview I did during the COVID 1984 nightmare, that one was also banned on YouTube. But let's get it going, guys. Here we go. We're going to watch it. It is the first in a series of banned YouTube videos. December 8th, 2021. This was the broadcast.
Hey everybody, Jason Bermas here, and if you happen to be watching this on YouTube, we are back. Our entire channel was indeed taken away, unfortunately. I think it was rather unjust and unfair, and obviously it's been proven to be so. We're back, and here's the thing. I want to thank all you guys out there for supporting me in every which way. Because without you, we couldn't be going over this story where, yes, there's about 40 pictures. None of them show anything incriminating. However, what some of them show is the cover-up and the continued cover-up. And those are amongst some of the last pictures we're going to get into. But you see a drawer full of CDs. You see a couple of walls with the vast majority of whatever these pictures are blacked out. Now, are these pornographic pictures? I don't know that they would be. In fact, if they are, they're framed. They're around another thing. We're going to get into all of that. But one more time, I think it's really important here, guys. Here's the deal. If you're not watching this on Rockfin, and a lot of you aren't, please at least make the free Rockfin account. We lost our channel for 48 hours. I don't even want to discuss why. But because of that, guys, and we got it back, we'll get into it in a second. You guys missed, the ones that didn't come from YouTube, another interview with somebody on the inside, okay, on the inside of the trial, where we got to discuss Vicky Ward and much, much more with Addy Ads, okay? And it's a seminal interview. It's almost an hour long. Really gives you insight into what's going on into the trial. If you haven't seen that yet, at least go make the free account and follow me there after this video. Get your questions and comments in. We're going to go through those all the way down. And look, please support me. If you can support me, now is the time to do it. There was a good chance I was off for good. I want my other 2 strikes taken away now that we have these people's attention. Because here's the deal. There are creators out there that can go much further and say things that Jason Bermas no longer is allowed to say and stay monetized, right? Tim Pool is allowed to say things I can't say and stay monetized and stay on the network, right? Because he has a much larger audience and there's a bigger pushback. Jimmy Dore has a much larger audience than me. And even though he sounds a lot like Jason Bermas last year now, right? That's a great thing, by the way, Jimmy. Thank you so much. I've been a fan for some time. We may not agree on every issue, but you've pushed back on huge ones. He can get away with saying words I simply can't. So, again, I'm trying to move away from that platform, but we need to bring more people in. Like, a lot of you are just learning about me through InfoWars, despite the fact I'm the first guy Alex Jones ever hired to do a show, right? I've been in this game for a very long time. That channel is 14 years old. And, again, guys, without you, would not have it back. This was the broadcast they admitted to. And, again, all 3 of these strikes, I've let them know because they've given it back. I just want to let you guys know. I'm going to throw this in. If you guys have a Twitter account, we're putting this in the YouTube right now. Go retweet this and say, hey, get rid of these other 2 strikes too. Maybe even consider monetizing his channel because he's a truth teller. Okay, enough about that. Let's get into this story. These pictures, of course, one of the pictures is used in the thumbnail. Now, I'm not going to lie. You know what? I'm going to move away from that. Oh, it's hard for me to look at. I don't really talk about what I'm into in the bedroom on the channel much. But one of the things I am so not into in the bedroom or anywhere are feet. I think feet are repulsive. My own feet, I just, all of them, like, keep them away from me. Don't put your feet on me. Keep them well away from my mouth. My goodness. And to have to watch Ghislaine Maxwell in a couple of these photos rub down Jeffrey Epstein's feet is totally and completely beyond nasty. Okay? Beyond nasty. All right? Oh, my goodness. I might lose my lunch. Okay? So there's a couple of those. One of the more interesting ones is the Queen in this cabin, but we already know Jeffrey Epstein had a huge relationship with the royal family and Andrew in particular. So that's not a huge revelation. There really are no huge revelations in this, other than the fact that you get to see some of the evidence, although still haven't seen that safe or what was in there in these exhibits. So let's get into it. Let's go through some of these, and then we're going to get into your questions and comments. So get them in, guys. All your questions and comments over there. And remember, if you want to, I'm going to make sure, I think I have it on my phone. Hopefully everything's going through. If you're on Rockfin, you want to skip the line, there are tips, and I will try to get to all the tips as well. Okay. So here she is with Epstein, totally gross. Oh my God. It's like one of the most, let's just go on. So this just kind of shows that they had a very long and intimate relationship. She was really, his girlfriend in a lot of these respects, if you could call her that. So, the idea that she's some kind of a victim in all of this is absolutely ridiculous. There's Jean-Luc Brunel. Jean-Luc Brunel and Peter Nygaard are both awaiting their trials. I think, again, limited scope, burn certain people. The person who, Maria Farmer, the person who went to the FBI and the NYPD, named as the head of the snake, was in fact Les Wexner, and major media outlets have completely exonerated Les Wexner. Les Wexner recently gave testimony during the Virginia Giuffre Roberts hearing, which was a civil hearing where he said he simply had never met her and she's fabricating the entire thing. Remember, Virginia Giuffre Roberts isn't even being brought onto the stand here. So many problems with that. So yeah, Nygaard might go down. Jean-Luc Brunel might go down. It doesn't look like someone like Claude Hadid is going to go down, even though you had mainstream 80s news pieces about how his game was to get these girls that were like 16 years old, 14 years old from the United States and start modeling careers, put them into dormitory like facilities, right? So they would compete with one another and then bring them to parties and basically say, hey, you're going to have sexual relations with these clients and friends or you're not going to get the jobs. This is how this works. See how that works? So that's just scratching the surface, right? The other revelations by Maria Farmer, and what would be even more alarming, because remember they raided the mansion, is that she was taken by Epstein into the surveillance room that was much more than just CCTV cameras running, right? Okay, they were running, but they were also manned. So if we were having a real expansive investigation, all of those people that worked in that facility would also be called. You understand? And who they saw, whether they had the physical evidence or not. And honestly, they should have at least some of that physical evidence. Where did it go? Where did it go? So we continue on, and there's even like this James Bond picture of Epstein. Here's Devil Epstein in the red. That's not Christmas Epstein. That's not old Saint Nick Epstein. That's a verifiable devil right there. Am I cyberbullying the dead man? I hope not. Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, them doing their best Russian agent. I can just see the mainstream media like glomming onto this, right? Was Epstein a Putin puppet back in the 90s? Right? Because that looks about vintage 90s Epstein, right? He must be a puppet of Putin. He's wearing a hat. That's where we're at. By the way, 166 people watching. Can we thumbs it up? Can we get 100 thumbs up? Especially for a channel that was just taken off. It's not me being hyperbolic when I tell you better follow me over at Rockfin because my channel might not be here tomorrow. It was gone for 48 hours. We had to fight hard to get it back. Thank you, Bermas Brigade. Thank you, Bermas Brigade. As we continue on, more and more Maxwell Epstein. Here is the James Bond weird, Epstein shot. And remember, he was running around at parties and otherwise saying that he was a CIA agent. Wexner's the one that gave him that mansion for $1. It was talked about how it was like a James Bond spy home. Okay? So more Ghislaine Maxwell here. Now, we start to get to this ranch facility, and this is where you see the Queen and I believe her friend Margaret Rhodes. There they are right there. They're wearing a blue and checkered shirt. The British socialite is seen resting her arm on Epstein's knees as they sit in the exact same spot in the hut in Glenbag that the Queen has been pictured relaxing in. Yes, we'll get to that picture right there. And there she is right there. So it's Margaret Rhodes and the Queen. Don't you just love that in 2021 we still have outward royalty? The Queen. Oh, let's put a crown on people. Rule by bloodline in an era where the very same predator class tells you they have no power and are ushering in transhumanism. Here we are. And Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein were clearly mechanisms and agents of that mayhem. Period. Look at those connections. Ugh. I can't even look at a drawing of it. It's all like repulsive. So they mixed some of this in, but as far as I know, I don't know that this was. This is just them putting this image in there. This has not been put in the trial. We're gonna have updates, by the way, because this trial is pretty much over for some time now. They're gonna, the holidays are coming. It's gonna be less and less. Kristan T. Harris, by the way, posted. We already covered that the Tracker trial account was taken down, and why I think that's important. We're not for censoring anybody's here. Okay, we want as many voices as possible. All right, that's all I'm saying. Censorship is a bad thing. Apparently, he got a strike and a video pulled down by YouTube about Epstein that was medical misinformation. Got to watch that medical misinformation. So we're coming up on the more important photographs, guys. Get your questions and comments in, and we will get to those next. This is the massage board. Again, not a big deal. Now, here's why I'm speculating that the vast majority of the photographs that are blacked out are not of, underage girls or, how should I say this, sexually explicit photos or even eyewitnesses. I think that they are probably co-conspirators or people that they do not want to be named, possibly people that have worked with law enforcement behind the scenes in the past. So these are just, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these pictures are blacked out, but we're going to get into a bit more. Here's the Pope, and again, it makes headlines. Oh, they met the Pope. How wonderful. That's big deal. Again, there's a lot of blackouts in here. You didn't see him so much there, but there is a blackout right here. You see that right next to the white thing? I want to make that clear. I don't think that's a curtain. I could be wrong on that one, but certainly I am not wrong here. Now, this stuff, maybe all 4 of those are explicit. I don't know. Okay. Again, this looks like the painting, and they did kind of a poor job. If it's a painting, what's the big deal? We already know about the Clinton painting, right? Clinton in a blue dress. Clinton with the blue dress on. And we have one thing blacked out right here. This rather odd painting is not blacked out. Let's continue on. Here we are. This is the bathroom, okay? And I think it's in these bathroom drawers they're going to open. I'm pretty sure because they match that. Maybe it's a different drawer. We're going to see some of the CDs and stuff. And one of them says like an AV shoot. Here it is right here. Maybe that is in a different area because it looks like it's rugged right there. This is just one open. You see a diploma, okay? And then this one says 812 something AV shoot, okay? And it looks like number 2. Now, these could all be, they look like burned DVDs and CDs to me. And as somebody who used to have a collection, depending on, if you put that in DVD format on a single layer, that's about 2 hours of footage. Double layer, you could have 4 hours of footage. If you do it as data and it's somewhat compressed, you can get much more than 4 hours of footage on there. You probably get 6 to 10 easily. Just going to point that out there. So again, nothing really new from the trial except for we're seeing that the scope of the evidence is extremely limited. Again, these don't look to be sexually explicit, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 photographs here being censored. And then it looks like you have some kind of weird cartoon graph in between here. A number of photos are seen blacked out by authorities, but in the middle appears a drawing with text, is how that's described. And 9 of these are blacked out. Once again, I still haven't seen what was in the safe at all. And anything could be on those CDs they just showed you. Again, we just have one blackout here, but it's worth noting, especially because these are just drawers full of material. It's hard to see what this is, whether this is more CDs or not, right? It appears to be more than books on the bookshelf, right? Books are on the bookshelf, other stuff in the bins below. And here's what really caught my eye. All of these binders blacked out. They're already black binders. Now here's the deal. This one does appear to have some kind of a photograph on it. If these are photographs, I mean, you look at these that are lewd, okay, it really doesn't look that way to me. And especially it looks like they've selected some of them with blue markings. So what are in these binders? It's a slew of binders. And it appears like every single one at some point has some blackout material on it so that the public can't see a hint of what is inside. And that's it for those. So we're going to come back to this. If you're just joining me, I want to remind everybody I was just kicked off of YouTube for the last 48 hours. It was hell getting the channel back. It's all because of you guys. By the way, follow me on Twitter. That's how you'll know when these things happen. And it's all selective enforcement. It was false. It was arbitrary. We've moved on, but at least make that free Rockfin account. And guys, more than ever, I could really use the help at the GoFundMe. The link is down below, $5, $10, $15. It really does mean the world to me. I want to say thank you to Odyssey also for backing up my channel, man, because a channel I've had for 14 years could be gone tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe I'll say something that YouTube will interpret as cyberbullying and will play the dance again. I hope not. I hope not. All right, we're into it. We're into it. And by the way, guys, Rockfin doesn't only have that interview with Addy Ads, which I'm encouraging everybody to have. I did the 4th hour of the Alex Jones show, and if you want to see that in ultra high definition, because when I'm coming through on Alex, there's some compression on it. The audio sounds a little weird to me, but if you want to see that whole thing where I really expose Google, YouTube, the military-industrial complex, how this whole system works, because it's not a private company just because it's sold on the stock market. Please. That's imagination land. Please go check that out. Then we did a American Journal for about an hour with Harrison Smith today. We also put that up. A lot of great stuff. And again, Addy Ads, we're going to try to get him on the YouTube program as well so we can expand his audience because he's boots on the ground, as well as Kristan T. Harris and the Rundown Live. All right, let's do it. Let's see. I saw today the great source boots on the ground type of case information was taken away, including my own post. Yeah, it's happening. You did not miss out. Let's see. We are back, yes. We need psilocybin for soldiers who agree for their PTSD. What are we talking about here? Like, is someone spamming? Jason's back. I can't believe it, bro. I keep telling everybody. All this stuff is selective enforcement. Even the 2 strikes I have previously are false. They're not real. They're fraudulent claims. I have not broken their policies at all. They're making things up. And unfortunately, you know, it's running through an algorithm. And then even on appeal right now, it may be running on an algorithm. I had so many of my Epstein videos and my 9/11 stuff age restricted before this trial started. And then to get my second strike right when it was, you know, one of them was supposed to end so they could give me 2 weeks off on cyberbullying in an Epstein AMA video really didn't make any sense. Okay. Yes, welcome back. Thank you so much. Great news. I agree. I felt so bad for you, Bermas, when they banned you for the last truly good YouTuber. Oh, thanks, man. I'm really trying, man. And here's the thing. Look, how do I put this? We got to use the tools that are constantly being used against us, okay? We have to use that. Big Fish says, great article on the black binders and CDs. The hard drives had evidence tape on them. Thank you. Thank you. All right, and you know what? Let's go to his account right now. I was telling you guys, I think in an earlier video today over on the Rockfin, one of the best accounts, I think I said that with the tracker trial gone, is Big Fish, okay? And it's at Trey Billion. And here we go. I want to, you know, he does just great work, man. Just awesome stuff. Mainstream articles, great threads. And I guess yesterday, I don't want to go into the DMs, but we're going to try to find it, that he put something out about the binders. Here it is right here. Let's retweet that, and all you guys can too as well. So there you go. The hard drives, look. We're talking about hard drives, even something like a 500 gigabyte hard drive, which in that time period, not out of the realm, at least early 2000s, right? Pre Palm Beach. And remember, Palm Beach is just the first time that we start getting real traction on law enforcement. I mean, even 2003, you get a terabyte, 2 terabytes. A lot of info can be stored on those, folks. A lot of info, period. So let's keep going down. High Brigade, Bermas Brigade, F YouTube. I'm going to Rockfin now because that's where it's going to end up anyways. Look, again, Rockfin has been something that has helped empower me. I want to thank everybody over there because without you guys, again, couldn't do it. Yeah, and in this cycle, I'm in Iowa, so if I had to get another type of job, great. But then I have to spend less time doing this. And guys, it's rough enough talking about it for like 3-4 hours a day. Do you understand how much I think about this stuff? And then I have to intertwine my regular life, right? Like today, I got to listen to the girls upstairs screaming at each other, telling each other how they, one wants to kill the other one, and I just wish you would die, and then the other one's crying, and it's all over just some Johnny nonsense, and have that aspect of my life too, and manage that. And I know that we all have those things. But right now is the time to focus on this because it is in the public eye, and we live in such a COVID-19 84 nightmare. We have to bring people into the fact that this is a rigged system and that the scope of this has obviously been narrowed as to not point to the real power players in the intelligence apparatuses, in the Mossad, in the CIA, right? In that Iran-Contra network, in that 9/11 network that we talk about. This is a reality, okay? This isn't fantasy land. This isn't, fun time conspiracy theory Johnny nonsense. Look into the BCCI banking scandal and Bill Barr and Robert Mueller. You get a bigger picture on how they can hoax America with Russiagate. Oh, look at Epstein in that big hat. Oh, Christine Bradley, I don't know why you retracted a message, but I want to say thank you so much for the continued support. You kick butt. Without people like Christine, I wouldn't be surviving. Trust me. Let's see. The log cabin picture isn't good for the royal family. Nothing's good for the royal family. I mean, do you think they care? Charles and Jimmy Savile were, best buddies. Margaret Thatcher, although not part of the royal family, part of the power structure, is sitting there with big checks with Jimmy Savile, donating to children. I forgot where I saw it today or heard it today, but I heard somebody talking about, child predators try to find jobs, right, and situations where they're around children. It's hard for a normal person to understand why someone would want to do that to a child, but they do exist, and they have existed for a long time. And I mean, if there is any kind of demon in human form, I would say it is those that do this to children and then utilize them as a tool to control others. It is beyond repugnant. You saw me dry heaving over foot massage photos. That's the kind of stuff that keeps me up at night, okay? Thinking about that and what this is. Where is Epstein and Maxwell's child? In the trial, one of the victims said she saw a picture of Ghislaine pregnant. There is another photograph out there. I saw that article. I don't have it up right now, where Epstein has his hand on Ghislaine's belly. But I got to tell you, from the angle, there's really no evidence that she has a baby bump. Whether or not that's there, very possible. I'm not saying that's not a possibility. That testimony is real. You are correct. What? Oh my God, they just pulled me from YouTube. They just pulled me from YouTube again. What is going on here? The stream has been stopped because we detected copyrighted audio or video, or because a complaint. Who is doing this? So, I mean, guys, just so everybody understands, I just got pulled again. The stream has been stopped because we detected because we received a complaint of a community guidelines violation. So now I'm just being reported? There is no community guidelines violation. Guys, I need you now. Okay, so we got to do this live. Unfortunately, I didn't want to do this live. So it's just insane. It's totally insane. So I want to see. We had our channel back. You just pull my channel again? No, my channel's here. But they pulled the video. I don't understand. This is in real time they are doing this. What did we just go over that broke any community guidelines, guys. This is getting insane. In real time, they pulled that video. Well, I mean, what do you say to that, guys? We're going to go over to, let me see. I think I have the Rockfin crew over here. So, I just can't believe it. Okay, enough. So we delete you and block you. Like that's how you get blocked, guys. Stupid stuff like that. Dumb. So, blocked. Jason, you rock. Yick. Feet stuff. Island. Unreal. I can't. Sup, dude. Thought I'd say sup. Been aware of your stuff since Loose Change First Edition. Thank you. How dare you, Jeffrey? Ghislaine's dad was a British spy, right? I don't believe for 1 second that she was just Epstein's GF. Again, I can't believe I broke no rules there. No rules at all. Not even close. You watched that video. There was nothing even close. Flick off. Thanks. Some background running. Thanks, man. I can't even believe it, Flick. I just can't even believe it, dude. Let me go to dude, again. I feel everything on the island document. Meet George, Jason. It's Bordello. Please support. Come on, guys. Yay! I got my channel back. They didn't. So I haven't pulled my channel. I wonder if I've gotten an email yet as to why they pulled that. Yeah. And they say that it's a strike. Cuomo ruins the Yankees and a lot more. So I'm getting videos pulled that I don't understand. What is this? Did they pull my channel's still up, right? Okay, so I don't get a strike on this one. So okay, so you removed this. Let's just type in YouTube right now so we can get all the YouTube stuff right now. Wow, guys. So they removed a Cuomo video, and this is the thing I got where it's not in violation of terms and service and lifted the suspension, active and operational. And they said we're sorry. I mean, guys, again, they just pulled my stream again. I don't know what else to say. I think, it's just, let me go to the tips only really quick. Let's see. Danoa F, you're welcome, handsome. Keep on fighting. Thanks. When are we going to see you on Timcast? I think you would make a great guest. And it would be nice to see you back with Luke. I stayed there. I listen, guys. Here's the deal. I don't beg for anything, and I don't ask to come on anybody's show. I know a lot of people behind the scenes. I'll tell you what. The most I reached out recently was to get my YouTube channel back, and I'm wondering now if I'm even able to live stream if they've taken my account away, because if I create and go live. I can't live stream anymore. They took that ability away. It's like, come on, guys. And it says I have 3 strikes. So let's just bring this up. I haven't gotten my channel taken away, probably because it was just reinstated. They say I've gotten 3 strikes now. It just the censorship. I guess I'm glad that I went live when I did. So I get my channel back, and now in live time, totally censored. So now I've got a strike on Cuomo ruins the Yankees and a lot more from a December 8th, 2021 video. But when's the video from? I mean, again, this video, it's probably taken down it's from months and months and months ago. It might be from last year. I mean, I'm in a wife beater. I don't even know what I'm saying. Everything looks like it's mainstream. It's so frustrating, guys. It's absolutely unbelievably frustrating. Let me read a couple more of this. Canadian Raid says, please support Canadian refugees who cannot return home for fear of incarceration due to the vaccination status. And there's a GoFundMe in there, guys. That is rough. I've talked about my ex-girlfriend and the recent death of her father and what she's going to do. Carooster, you got to my question and it turned off. Sorry, Jason. I'm sorry. Again, I don't even know if I have my channel. I guess I do have my channel, even with Strike 3. They haven't taken my channel, which is wild. So, I don't know what to say. You know, in the middle of my broadcast, my Epstein video, not there. I'm going to just end it here. It sure is frustrating, guys. So I would really appreciate that you guys support me if you can. The GoFundMe link is down below. Make the free account at Rockfin.
We'll just end it right there. We don't have to do the tail end, especially because Rockfin no longer has the free account. I do want to thank all those that still support me over on Rockfin and have the paid accounts. We still are all over there. Obviously, you guys know the GoFundMes got taken down like right after this in January. You know, it's just actually, yeah, no, that GoFundMe, we ended up having to go and buy me a coffee, period. And, you know, once again, you watched it in real time. Was there anything there even 5 years ago? You know, or I'm sorry, what was it, 2020 or 2021? I need to look at this. Did I screw it up? Did I screw it all up? Is it 2020 or 2021? Let's see. Hold on, we're doing it. I might see even now I might have messed up. I messed plenty up. I'm just a regular guy. No, it was 2021. So I guess 4 years ago. That video. Well, we're in 2025, right? Yeah. Jeez. Again, it's terrible. I want to thank everybody who has supported the broadcast in the past and will do so in the future. I do want to remind you, I need you now more than ever, especially the holiday season. Folks, I'm going to do a video on just the cost of the holidays this year. I just went to Aldi and everything was up. Everything was up either 10 to 25%. So thank you. Someone, Jamma, John, everybody that's donated via the Buy Me a Coffee. We've also got the PayPal down below as well. I want to thank the super chats, the super thanks, people like Flick who have been with me for years. Hoping the new members of the Bermas Brigade are not only sharing the videos, thumbsing them up, checking out the documentary films, but doing their own research and checking out what's really going on. Because think about it. That Epstein information has been around quite some time now, and how many people even know that much? As always, it is not about left or right. It is always about right and wrong. I absolutely love you guys, and I will see you all on the flip side.